Crafty Lake, UK guest designer for Bello Designs, and today I'm going to show you how I created this scene for a 5 by 7 inch card. And the scene was made using ink sprays for the background. I do hope that you enjoy it and you find it useful. One of the great things about using inks for background is that no two ever turn out the same, so they really are unique. Although I will do my best to recreate this scene as good as I can for you, but the colours might vary slightly. But you'll get the general idea. So let's see what we used. For the background, I used the Dylusions After Midnight ink spray, Dylusions Fresh Lime ink spray, Distress Oxide Spiced Marmalade, and I had a blue Lustre spray in my crafty stash. I have a bottle of water. For the stamping, I used Lavinia stamps, and we've used the Brodwin and Malin Owl in Flight. I don't know which one it is, but it's the one that's in flight that I'm going to use. The Tree of Courage, Quinn Fairy, Fox Set 1, Seasonal Tree, some field grass, and a mini meadow mushroom. For the stamping, I used VersaFine Clair Nocturne. For the blending, I used Distress Oxide Chipped Sapphire, and I use a blending brush as my tool. You can use any type of blending tool, but I personally like using the brushes. I always have a Bello pencil and a Fineliner pen to cover any little mistakes that might, not quite ink very well. And for the fox, if we look here, he's got a little bib here, and it's white and it's a russet tone. So I have a white and a russet tone pastel, and I have like a luminous yellow pastel that I can use on part of the tree. I will colour the trees with some Polychromos pencils, and I have one in brown or yellow. For the wings of Quinn, I've got some gel pens. I have a gold, an orange, a red and a blue. I'm going to use some moon dust on some of the little hangy down things on the trees, and I'll attach that using a quickie glue pen. Right, so let's get started. First of all, I'll need to show you my secret weapon for when it comes to using ink sprays, and I'm going to have to raise the camera for this, so excuse me a moment. I'll try and do it as smoothly as possible. Oh, there we go. Right, my secret weapon is a cardboard box. I got this box a while ago when I ordered some bedding, and I thought, what a great size to do my ink in. It's like an ink station, if you like. I put my card inside, and then I spray, and all of the ink stay inside the box so I don't get it all over my work surface. So to get started, I'm going to use some of the sprays. I'm going to start by using a little bit of water, and then I'm going to use the After Midnight along the top, the Fresh Lime down the bottom, and the Distress Oxide across the middle. Now this one is very, very temperamental. Sometimes it comes out perfectly, and other times it doesn't come out at all. I've just got to bear with it, I'm afraid. I'm sure maybe if I unclog it, it might get better. Come on, one more. Nope, I'm not going to get another one out of that. Okay, that'll do. And then I'm going to use the blue Lustre spray. Oh. There we go. And to finish, a bit more water to join it all up. And then I'm going to use another piece of multifarious or similar card to place over the top, and I'm going to do an ink sandwich, Lisa Taggart style, because we absolutely love Lisa. Her artwork is amazing. And then there we have 2 backgrounds. Now I'm going to let these dry for a few minutes and I'll be straight back. Right, I'm back. I had 2 backgrounds and I've selected this one. This is obviously A4 size, so I'm now going to cut it down, and the size I'm going to cut it down to is 6 1/4 inches by 4 1/4 inches. So I'll be straight back. Right, I'm back. I've just cut my piece of card so that it's approximately 6 1/4 inches by 4 1/4 inches, and I also did my backing for my mounting, and I did that 6 1/2 inches by 4 1/2 inches. So you've got a bit of a quarter of an inch all the way around. Right, so we're going to start stamping, and I'm going to use a seasonal tree first. I'm going to need to get this over there. Fine. And then I'm going to do the Tree of Courage next. This little thing comes with the tree. I'm not quite sure what it is, but that has the little dangly bits that hang from the branches, which looks quite pretty when it's all glittered up. This one can go there. There we go. And then I'm going to use my little circle acetate to blend around the moon with the chipped sapphire. And next I'm going to use where did I put Quinn down? Right, I found Quinn. She was hiding. Those naughty fairies. And there's so much detail, you give it quite a bit of stamping. And I want her to be sitting on the base of this tree here, like so. That's it. And next we shall do Mr. Fox. You will have noticed on the beginning when I showed you this fox, he has a white bib and a bit of russet. So how I do that, I'm going to stamp up the fox fully, and then I'm going to get a baby wipe, and if you have a cotton bud, what I use is I wrap the baby wipe around the cotton bud to get a bit more precision, and then I just gently remove some of the ink. I've actually removed a little bit too much there, but that's fine because I just stamp over it again a bit carefully this time so I don't there we go. And I'm going to do the fox coming right up to Quinn's hand. So he's having a look to see if she's got a special treat for him. Right. To me, that's still slightly too big. So I'm just sharpening my pencil, excuse me. And then I'm going to just colour a little bit more black. There. And with a Russet pencil, I'm going to colour the Russet part. And with the white pastel, I'm just going to do a little white bib at the front. Now if you get too much on that you don't want, you can just use your baby wipe to remove it. That's fine, I'm quite happy with that. And next we're going to do the owl, whether it's Broadwin or Malin, I'm not sure, but and we'll have him flying across there. That's fine. Then we're going to have some meadow mushrooms, the mini meadow mushrooms. Put one right behind that tree. Put one there. I think I might put another one. Oopsie. It does tend to do that, this stump. Put one there. And now the field grass. I like to do the field grass in different directions. That's fine. So that's all the stamping done. Now I'm going to start colouring. Oh, actually, sorry, it's not all the stamping done. I'd forgotten for a moment to do the little hangy thing that hangs off the Tree of Courage. It's just a little thin. Put one there. One there and one there. Just a couple on that side. That's it. Now to colour the wings, I'm going to start with the gold. And I'm also going to do a little bit of her hair in the gold. I'm also going to put glitter on this on top, but I'm just adding a little bit of extra sparkle and under the mushroom. There we go. Now to colour the trees, I'm going to use the brown first. I'm putting a lot more pressure on the bottom because I want the bottom to be darker than the top. And the branches that are nearer the moon, I want to be a bit lighter so it looks like the light from the moon are lightening them. On this side. So these pencils I'm using are Polychromos pencils, but you can use any colouring pencils or pens even if you prefer, just to colour the branches. I'm also going to put a bit of gel pen on the branches as well in a moment. I'm going to do a bit of yellow here. And you can see some of the bits are darker than others, so they're obviously where it's meant to be dark, so that helps you a little bit with the shading. Right, the next thing, I'm going to make the right hand side a bit darker so it looks like the night's creeping in a little bit. I also want to tear a bit of this off and ground Quinn. This one. It's a bit for the fox too. Ground him a little bit. Now, just an extra little bit shine here on the trees. I can tell when I'm concentrating because I go very quiet. Just want to capture a little bit of sparkle here. I'm hoping you can see that there. That just adds a nice sparkle to the trees. And the last thing is the glue stick. I think it's called a quickie glue pen, which is great for adding a little bit of glitter. And I'll just do it across the top of her wing as well. Maybe a little tiny bit in her hand. And lastly, I just get a little brush and brush any glitter off the owl and off the fairy. nicely done. Then my card I cut earlier. So I use a runner pen. You can use whatever glue you prefer. Oops. I don't usually do it with the camera over my shoulder, so hopefully this will be okay. And then I get my card blank. Excuse me, I'm just going to clean my hand because I don't want to get ink all over the card. And like I say, this is a 5x7 card blank. And there you have it, a very sparkly kindness theme card with November's theme on Bello. I hope you liked it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.